Have you ever talked to someone and thought, why does this person not understand me? Or maybe you explained something clearly, but the other person still reacted badly. Maybe you work with someone who talks too much, or someone who never talks at all, someone who wants everything fast, or someone who takes forever to decide. And sometimes, because they think differently from us, we start thinking, this person is difficult, this person is annoying, this person is an idiot. That is the main idea behind the book Surrounded by Idiots by Thomas Erikson. The book is not really saying that people around you are idiots. The real message is this: people are different. They communicate differently. They make decisions differently. They handle stress differently. They respond to problems differently. And if we don't understand those differences, we can easily judge people the wrong way. The book explains human behavior using four colors: red, yellow, green, and blue. Each color represents a different personality or communication style. Now, this does not mean every person fits perfectly into only one color. Most people are a mix. But the colors are a simple way to understand why people act the way they do. And once you understand these four types, it becomes easier to work with people, talk to people, and avoid unnecessary conflict. Let's start with the first color, red. Red personalities are direct, strong, fast, and goal focused. They like action. They like results. They don't want long explanations. They don't want too many emotions. They just want to know, what is the problem? What is the solution? When can we finish it? Reds are usually confident and decisive. They can lead well during pressure. They are not afraid to speak up. They like challenges, competition, and control. If there is a problem at work, a red person may immediately say, okay, this is what we need to do. You do this, I'll do this, let's finish it. That can be very useful. But reds also have weaknesses. They can seem aggressive. They can sound rude even when they don't mean to. They may interrupt people. They may be impatient. They may care more about results than people's feelings. To a red person, being direct is normal. But to other people, especially sensitive or calm personalities, that directness can feel harsh. So if you are dealing with a red person, don't give a long emotional explanation first. Be clear, be direct, tell them the point, tell them the result, tell them what needs to happen. For example, instead of saying, I was thinking maybe we could possibly consider changing the schedule because there are some issues, say, we need to change the schedule because the current plan will delay the project by 2 days. That works better for reds. The second color is yellow. Yellow personalities are social, energetic, optimistic, and expressive. They like people. They like talking. They like ideas. They enjoy excitement. They are usually creative, fun, and good at making people feel motivated. If red people focus on results, yellow people focus on energy and connection. Yellow people are often the ones who bring life into a room. They tell stories. They make jokes. They encourage others. They are good at selling ideas because they can make things sound exciting. If you are in a meeting and everyone is quiet, a yellow person might be the one who starts talking, gives ideas, and makes the mood lighter. But yellow personalities also have weaknesses. They may talk too much. They may get distracted. They may start many things but not finish them. They may focus more on excitement than details. They may forget deadlines or practical steps. To a yellow person, ideas are exciting. But to other people, especially blue personalities, too many ideas without structure can feel chaotic. If you are dealing with a yellow person, Don't start with too many boring details. Show enthusiasm. Let them speak. Connect with them first. Then guide them back to the main point. For example, instead of saying, here are the 15 technical issues with your idea, you can say, that's an interesting idea. Let's look at how we can make it work step by step. Yellow people respond better when they feel heard and appreciated. The third color is green. Green personalities are calm, patient, loyal, and supportive. They don't like conflict. They value stability. They are good listeners. They are often kind, dependable, and easy to be around. If reds push forward and yellows create energy, greens create harmony. Green people are often the ones who keep a group peaceful. They don't usually seek attention. They don't want drama. They prefer a comfortable and stable environment. At work, green people can be very reliable. They may not always speak loudly, but they usually care about the team. They are good at supporting others and keeping things steady. But green personalities also have weaknesses. They may avoid confrontation. They may say yes even when they want to say no. They may struggle with sudden change. They may hide their true opinion to avoid conflict. They may become passive when they are stressed. To a red person, a green person may seem slow. To a yellow person, a green person may seem boring. But actually, green people are often just careful, peaceful, and relationship focused. If you are dealing with a green person, don't pressure them too aggressively. Give them time. Be calm. Explain changes clearly. Show that you respect their feelings and stability. For example, instead of saying, we are changing everything starting tomorrow, just deal with it. Say, there will be a change starting tomorrow. I'll explain why it is needed and how we can make the transition easier. Green people respond better when they feel safe and respected. The fourth color is blue. Blue personalities are analytical, careful, organized, and detail focused. They like facts, they like accuracy, they like structure. They want things done properly. If reds ask, what is the result? Yellow ask, is this exciting? Greens ask, is everyone okay? Blues ask, is this correct? Blue people are often good with systems, planning, data, quality control, and detailed work. They don't like guessing. They don't like vague instructions. They want proof, logic, and clear standards. At work, blue people can prevent mistakes because they notice details that others miss. They may ask questions, not because they want to be difficult, but because they want to understand everything correctly. But blue personalities also have weaknesses. They may overthink. They may take too long to decide. They may be too critical. They may focus so much on details that they delay action. They may struggle when things are unclear or rushed. To a yellow person, a blue person may seem negative. To a red person, a blue person may seem slow. But actually, blue people are usually just trying to avoid mistakes. If you are dealing with a blue person, prepare your facts. Be specific. Give details. Avoid exaggeration. For people, don't say, this will definitely work, trust me. Say, based on these numbers, this option is safer because it reduces cost by 15% and lowers the risk of delay. Blue people respect accuracy. Now, the most useful lesson from the book is that conflict often happens not because people are bad, but because people communicate differently. A red person may think a green person is too slow. A green person may think a red person is too aggressive. A yellow person may think blue person is too negative. A blue person may think a yellow person is careless. But each type has strengths. Reds get things done. Yellows inspire people. Greens support the team. Blues protect quality. The problem starts when we expect everyone to behave like us. If you are direct, you may think sensitive people are weak. If you are emotional, you may think direct people are rude. If you are calm, you may think energetic people are too much. If you are detailed, you may think fast people are careless. But the truth is, people are not always wrong. Sometimes they are just different. The book also teaches that communication is not about what you say, it is about what the other person understands. You may think your message is clear, but if the other person receives it differently, the communication failed. For example, if you give direct feedback to a red person, they might appreciate it. But if you give the same direct feedback to a green person, they might feel attacked. If you give a big, exciting idea to a yellow person, they may feel motivated. But if you give the same idea to a blue person without details, they may feel uncomfortable. This means good communication requires adjustment. You don't need to change who you are, but you need to learn how to speak in a way the other person can understand. If you are talking to a red, be brief and direct. If you are talking to a yellow, be positive and engaging. If you are talking to a green, be patient and respectful. If you are talking to a blue, be accurate and prepared. This can help in work, family, relationships, and friendships. Imagine a workplace with all four types. The red person wants to finish the project quickly. The yellow person wants to brainstorm creative ideas. The green person wants everyone to cooperate peacefully. The blue person wants to check every detail. At first, they may annoy each other. The red says, "Why are we still talking? Let's act." The yellow says, "Wait, I have another idea." The green says, "Can we make sure everyone is comfortable?" The blue says, "We need more data before deciding." If they don't understand each other, they may fight. But if they understand the value of each style, they can become a strong team. The red pushes the team forward. The yellow brings creativity. The green keeps teamwork healthy. The blue prevents mistakes. That is why diversity in personality is not always a problem. It can be an advantage, but only if people respect each other. Another important lesson is self awareness. It is easy to identify other people's weaknesses. It is hard to see our own. If you are a red, maybe you need to slow down and listen more. If you are yellow, maybe you need to focus and follow through. If you are green, maybe you need to speak up and set boundaries. If you are blue, maybe you need to act even when things are not perfect. Every personality type has strengths, but every strength can become a weakness when used too much. Being direct is good, but too much directness becomes rude. Being social is good, but too much talking becomes distracting. Being patient is good, but too much patience becomes avoidance. Being detailed is good, but too much analysis becomes overthinking. The goal is not to label people. The goal is to understand people better. Because once you understand why someone behaves a certain way, you become less reactive. Instead of thinking, "this person is stupid," you start thinking, "this person sees the world differently." And that small shift can improve your relationships. It can reduce stress, can help you communicate better. It can help you become more patient. It can also help you become a leader. It can also help you become a better leader, coworker, friend, partner, or family member. Now, of course, the four color system is simple. Real people are more complex than just one color. Not every person is aggressive. Not every yellow person is loud. Not every green person is passive. Not every blue person is overthinking. People have different backgrounds, cultures, experiences, and emotions. So we should not use the colors to judge people. We should use them as a tool for understanding the main message of Surrounded by Idiots. The main message of Surrounding by Idiots is this. Maybe you are not actually surrounded by idiots. Maybe you are surrounded by people who communicate differently from you. And maybe they feel the same way about you. So before judging someone, ask, what motivates this person? How does this person communicate? Does this person need speed, excitement, safety, or detail? Am I speaking in a way they can understand? Because communication is not only about expressing yourself, it is also about adapting to others. And when you learn to adapt, you become easier to work with. You become easier to talk to. You become less frustrated. You become more effective. So the next time someone annoys you, don't immediately call them difficult. Maybe they are red and they want action. Maybe they are yellow and maybe they are green and they want harmony. Maybe they are blue and they want accuracy. And maybe you can communicate better by meeting them where they are. That is the real lesson of the book. People are different. And when we understand those differences, we stop seeing everyone as idiots. We start seeing them as people. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more simple book lessons, mindset ideas, and self improvement videos.